I said it at the start of the finals. Hell, I said it after the Western Conference finals. After Western Conference finals ended, it was going to be Boston in 5. Y'all didn't believe me. Here we are. And Kyrie, you ain't exercised all your demons, son. We got your number tonight. Let's go.
I can't do it. We'll do it live. Do it live! I'll write it and we'll do it live!
Mister, will you please wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up?
Good morning! Snowman here to all you Brock Purdy and San Francisco 49er haters. Shut up! I gotta thank you, Shane.
I mean, whatever happened to the games where breaking 100 points was, I don't know, unusual?
There was one word to sum up the All-Star weekend.
Trays. Cause we take this job so serious.
Splash Brothers, yes. Ray Allen, replace him with Steve Kerr. Reggie Miller, yeah.
What in the all types of blue hell?
Oh yeah! Time to
go, baby.
Let's get this party started, baby. Good morning. Welcome to the Manic Monday edition of Snowman in the Morning. Glad to have you all with us. Hope all of the fathers in the region, across the nation, and around the world had a fabulous Father's Day. I know I certainly did. Got time to hang out with my baby boy. Got time to hang out with my in-laws. And, of course, my beautiful Dr. K was also with it. And we had a ball. It was hotter than hell, but we had a ball. What did you do yesterday, Shano?
Hung out down at my sister's camp with the family, and finally, for the first time in 2 years, finally had a chance to say goodbye to my dad, visited his grave site. So a little bit of therapy, a little bit of downtime outside the world, and it was needed.
Good. Very, very good. Oh, man. Glad to have, like I said, glad to have everybody with us, and let's get right to it. It is game 5 of the... Whoops. All right, now that I know that's working, thank you to the folks on millions.co that are checking us out this morning. Darian Hopkins with us as well. I'll be joining him at 1 p.m. Thanks to the folks at WLEO 26.7 in Baltimore, Maryland. Thank you to the folks at KSOS in Salem, Oregon. Got a couple of stations in Seattle we're checking out. And, of course, WJKS in Indianapolis and WSMM and WBWS, both in Chicago. Let's get to it. RC is with us as well. Let's get to it. It is Game 5 of the NBA World Championship Series. The Celtics lead this series 3-1, and many people stupidly think that the Mavericks have a chance to get back in this series after the blowout on Friday. And
Nope.
I'm going to put those thoughts to rest. They have yet to win in Boston this year.
And just because they punched us in the mouth once, we took 3 rounds straight to them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, game 1, no contest. We flat out punched them so hard it was a knockout shot.
And they didn't get up.
Game 2 was a little bit. Game 2 was closer. It was more back and forth. Game 3 in Dallas, we took it straight to them. Game 4, they finally got enough nerve to take it to us because, well, like I said at the start of it, I knew Dallas was going to take one at home.
Yeah, you did.
Backs against the wall. Game 4, they decided to take one at home. Thing is, now you've got a problem. You're playing in our house.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Who said that to begin with?
Who said what to begin with?
Because everyone was calling for a sweep. Everyone said it's going to be a clean sweep.
I will admit out loud with the colossal mismatch that this series is, and I said that at the top of the finals.
I said it was going 5.
Oh, it's still.
I said it was going 5.
Yeah, Shane was the only one of us. Shane and Victor. Shane and Victor both said 5. I called for a clean sweep because I thought it was such a colossal mismatch, and it still is.
It still is.
It's granted, but yet again, you're going to have one game out of all this where Luka and Kyrie are going to show up.
Yeah.
Now they're going to fall off the planet again.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
The silver lining of this is that after the season's over, Kyrie can go on to all forms of social media and protest and complain and whine and complain about everything he wants to for the next couple months.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe beg LeBron to come join him in Dallas. I don't know.
I hope
if LeBron ends up in Dallas, dear God, Mark Cuban's going to pull his hair out.
I don't think Mark Cuban's the only one that's going to pull his hair out.
I'll pull my hair out.
No, you won't. No, you won't, because he'll be back in the Western Conference getting his ass kicked.
I mean, agree.
Yeah, nothing really changed. It's just the fact he goes from, screwing the Lakers to screwing the Mavericks.
I just don't like the fact that a team that I respected in the Dallas Mavericks, who gave rise to the likes of the Kid and Dirk Nowitzki, are gonna be language with these prima donnas.
I mean, hell, I'm old school Dallas Mavericks. I'm talking about Reunion Arena, the logo with the hat, Mark Aguirre, Derek Harper, Rolando Blackman, Sam Perkins before he joined the Lakers in 1991 and then later on joined the Seattle Supersonics.
Mm-hmm.
I'm old school. I'm old school. If LeBron makes his way to Dallas foolishly, and I mean that foolishly, thinking that he could chase another title, let's just take a sidebar right there. All right.
Sidebar.
We already know. We've already discussed what's going to happen tonight. The Celtics are at home. Jason Tatum's going to wake up. Jaylen Brown's going to claim the Michael Jordan Most Valuable Player Award.
Mm-hmm.
Al Horford's going to be Al Horford playing at center.
Yeah, because Porzingis is still hurt.
Yeah, Porzingis is still hurt. But then there's the problem that the Mavericks will have of one Derek White.
Yeah, there's no answer for him.
How big? Shane, let me come to you. How big of an influence has Derek White been, not just in the finals, but in the playoffs overall?
He has been able to hit clutch 3 after clutch 3 after clutch 3 whenever we've needed it. I mean, he has been a momentum builder or a momentum keeper this entire series.
Yeah.
I mean, that's all there is to it.
He
might not get the minutes, but he'll get the shots.
To Victor in Chicago, joining us from our world headquarters in Chicago on the South Side stand up. I know we talked about Derek White and his influence. You took a look at the big man, Al Horford, and though he has played limited minutes, you wanted to talk about the influence of Al Horford. It's all yours.
Sometimes it's not the amount of minutes, it's the impact you have within those minutes. We talk a lot about this when it comes to who. Yeah, he may score their points, but where do those points come from? Do they
Right.
come from garbage time or they come from in the clutch moments? And
Mhm.
Horford has really revitalized what it means to be a center. Be that threat in the middle, be that one at the paint, making it hard for people to score in the paint.
Right.
It
Right.
does
And
wonders for my heart. It really does.
it's a wonder from my heart that Al Horford, who started his career in Atlanta, is as old school as it gets. He had 2 off years in Philadelphia. He went back to Boston, and look at him thrive still.
Yeah.
Look at him thrive still.
It's something about Boston, man. It rejuvenates.
It does.
People.
And you know who it rejuvenated? It rejuvenated Jason Tatum.
Yeah.
Because we talked about it before. All of the talk surrounding Jason Tatum has people thinking he's not a big part of this team. You pointed it out to me, Victor. Shane pointed it out to me. I saw it myself. People are thinking Jaylen Brown is the guy who runs this team. And as much as I love Jaylen Brown, I'm going to put that to rest. No, this is Jason Tatum. Matter of fact, this is both of their teams. It's Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown has been terrific throughout the playoffs.
Yeah, he has.
Absolutely clutch throughout the playoffs. It took a while for Jason Tatum to find his rhythm, but he has found his rhythm. He didn't have it in game 4. Let's just put it out there. But he found his rhythm, I believe, in game 2 of this series. And then he had a big one in game 3 with 31 points. Game 3 got Jason Tatum back in this series and performing. And I believe Jason Tatum will be the difference tonight in game 5. And we're all calling for a Celtics win, are we not? We're all unanimous on that?
Oh, easily.
Yes, we are.
All right. Light up the chat, folks. What is your prediction for tonight's game 5? We all say Celtics. I got a lot of people coming in that say Celtics as well. If you're watching on YouTube, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, share us out. And if you can, drop a super chat or a cash app to us. Let's take a break. When we come back, we'll dive a little deeper into something we don't want to dive deep into, but we ain't got a choice.
LeBron's career?
Unfortunately, we ain't got a choice. Hey, folks, hit our new YouTube channel, youtube.com/@snowmaninthemorning. Subscribe for exclusive content, interviews, and more. Back in a flash.
This is Snowman in the Morning.
Look at that. It's so sad.
Hey everybody, Snowman here. Looking for the best way to experience live events? Well, SeatGeek has you covered. With just a few taps on your phone, you can find the best seats for concerts, sports, theater, and more. Don't miss out on unforgettable moments. Download the SeatGeek app today and get ready for an experience like no other. Each ticket is vetted for authenticity and ranked on a 1 to 10 scale. And right now, if you sign up and use the code SNOWMAN, you will get $20 off of your first purchase. That's only through the power of SeatGeek, where fans can fan.
In a world where chronicles of the past are brought to the streams, whether the content is relatable or completely beyond your realm of life, there is no shadow of a doubt that this show is absolutely full of shenanigans. Get ready for
D. Willie in the evening,
this Sunday at 10:05 p.m. Eastern,
exclusively on Sertoba Media, where the struggle is real to be awesome.
The quickest way to get search engines like Google to put your business at the top of search results is by having a steady flow of positive reviews. With Power Brand systems, you can show up in search and stand apart from your local competition by easily collecting new customer reviews through text message. But getting found is only the beginning. Most consumers choose the first business that responds to them. Unless you start conversations with potential customers almost instantly, they'll go somewhere else. That's why Power Brand Systems make starting conversations with website visitors as easy as clicking a button.
Drew Willingham.
In this case, yeah, you put the blame on Kyle Shanahan for apparently not preparing the team enough for the overtime rules, supposedly.
Cole Johnson.
Peyton was considered the winner, and he was the darling of all darlings for Gerald.
With a special appearance by Tyrone Alizé McDummy.
Ain't nobody calling me. Text. Delete!
Join these two football enthusiasts as they give you Total Football Talk. Live every Monday at 4 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Central on the Sertoba Media and the Comey Media YouTube channels. Oh, yes. The tradition, the pageantry, the spectacle, the history, the slut. Wait. I gotta rep my brother's stuff right. All my DMV soldiers, stand up! And welcome to the Commander's Gridiron Report. You want your commanders to be repped right? Well, D. Willie is your man. Commander's Gridiron Report. Every Tuesday at 11:05 a.m. Eastern, 10:05 a.m. Central on the Sertoba Media YouTube channel. Music by J. Cool.
Where my soldiers? Right side. Commanders. Where my soldiers? Left side.
Are you ready to upgrade your coffee game? Prepare for an invasion of flavor with Invader Coffee. It's the caffeinated elixir that fuels champions, the blend that pushes boundaries. Whether you're battling deadlines or exploring uncharted territories, Invader Coffee has your back. Join the invasion at invadercoffee.com and taste the difference for yourself. Use the code SNOWMAN for 15% off your first order. Invader Coffee, veteran owned.
Whether it's news, the largest egg producer finds bird flu in chickens at a Texas plant, weather, devastating tornadoes rip through the heart of the United States, inspiration, a breast cancer survivor completed the journey of chemotherapy and now begins a future one of matrimony or sports. Michael Jordan is shown on a photo with Diddy. LeBron James has a video extolling the virtues of a Diddy party. This has been yet another Beating a Dead Horse presentation. We got you covered. BS3 Network proudly presents The Morning Shift with Cole Johnson. Live every weekday morning beginning April 29th at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central.
Mister, how do you operate this Twitter thing or this Instagram thing or whatever the heck? You're supposed to know all this stuff. Anyway, welcome back to the show.
Even in commercials, we can't get away from that damn tam.
Damn that.
And then the beating the dead horse.
Yes.
Beating the dead horse.
Beating the Dead Horse presentation.
This has been a beating the dead horse production.
We'll probably be doing that too.
God Almighty.
We'll probably do it too.
Beating a dead horse presentation.
Damn, Cole.
I'm going to steal that.
Yes, please do.
I'm going to ask him if I can borrow that. Good Lord.
The EP of all EPs, the master of the community uppercut. You can't sing anymore. You can't sing any more praises.
And then he just does this.
Yes.
And wait a minute. And the total football talk commercial. I saw Shane's reaction in the back when the part come up of Tyrone Alizé McDummy. Victor, I can pretty much see your reaction, even though you're not on camera with it. I already
can't
know.
Get away from it.
Right.
Head in my hands.
We just cannot get away from Tam.
No, we can't. You guys can't.
That's why I stopped. That's why I stopped pushing the button at the end of the show now.
But here's the thing: you guys can't because you guys have different fan bases.
Yes.
If I don't deal with Tam, it's Tom or Toom or Tim. It's always someone. Not Tiny Tim. Not Tiny Tim.
No, Tiny Tim. Tiny Tim is a rational Cowboy fan.
Please, sir, can I have some wins?
Oh God. All right, let's go to the Fanatics Feedback Zone presented by Fanatics, officially licensed everything. Our new site will be up today, and it is snowmanmultimediasports.com, and the Fanatics shopping page will be up this afternoon. To the Fanatics Feedback Zone, I say, Sick Diggy says, I say Celtics in 5 games, but the Mavericks could surprise people. Sometimes it takes one critical game to turn a series around. Boy, have we seen that before.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but they got too big of a mountain to climb.
Yeah.
That's the thing. It's like their last gasp was their win
Mm-hmm.
in Dallas. I don't know if they have another one in them. We'll
RC
see.
in the lab with women's hoops, who will join me for a game one day soon. Can they win 4 straight games? What are the chances? What are the odds? In this case, no.
No, but it's been done in other sports. Boston.
Yes, it has.
Yankees, anybody?
Yeah, 2004. Rising Rhino in the house, joining us from Colorado. He says, "What's up, Snowman?" Thank you, Rising Rhino. You mentioned something about another channel. Send me the link. I will do that after I sign off, my friend. I will do that after my sign off. It's our new play-by-play channel. I'll explain more as we're going on. RC in the lab. Rising Rhino has stumbled in, looks around, runs. I need a place to hide out of Rhino's sights. That ain't gonna happen. Not with Rising Rhino here.
Mm-mm.
In game 4, that was the Timu Celtics. I absolutely expect better tonight, or else. I think we all do.
We know it's gonna happen.
We all do. Rising Rhino again. Found you again, RC in the lab with women's hoops. And so I can sub it up. Matter of fact, you know what? I'm gonna put it in this. I'm gonna put it in the chat right now. What I'm doing is developing a play-by-play channel, which I'm going to start using this week, possibly tonight if I can. And that's going to be strictly where the play-by-plays happen after we build it up and get it monetized. I'm going to use both channels, but I want everyone to sub to this one too.
You looking to call game 5 tonight?
I might. It depends on the time, because you all know I got to take my daughter to work. It depends on the time. Here's the new channel right here, SNWMN Multimedia. Like I said, it depends on the time. What I may wind up doing is a baseball game tonight, so I can make sure it completes. But it really depends. It really, really depends.
I think opening tip is like 8:30 tonight.
Oh, that's too late.
Oh.
That's too late, because that game will complete about probably 11.
Yeah.
That game will complete 11. I got to leave at 10:30 to take Sonya to work. I'd love to do it. And Friday, I thought about doing it, but I was just so exhausted. Jody and I were just wiped out. Okay.
Speaking of baseball.
Yes, sir.
There's a team need to be called out.
Are they on the south side, perhaps?
Oh, yes, they are.
I will do the honors.
Please do. You know what this means?
Yep. I will definitely do the honors.
When you in school, you get them Fs, and you get that trudge home, and your parents ready to just lay into you. That's what they need, and they need it now.
Here we go. I didn't plan this.
I'm sorry, but I saw this when I was in the office, and it needs to be addressed.
Then I will address it here. What the hell has happened this season with the White Sox? They have sunk so far. You want to talk about beating a dead horse presentation? Arizona beat the heck out of us, made us a dead horse, revived us, and then beat us again on Sunday with 12 runs. 2 times in this recent series against Arizona, Arizona scored 10 runs in game 1 and in game 4. This is not the White Sox team that I expected after they won the division in 2021 and came close in 2022. They have cratered. And now with the worst record in baseball, they have no farm system, at least not fully developed yet. They have no pitching, and they have no situational hitting. I didn't say they didn't have any hitting. I'm saying they have no situational hitting, like getting runners in with less than 2 outs.
Which is
You know how
what
many
they
times the
won.
White Sox have failed this year with that, and then it's cost them games?
Which is what they won the World Series with.
Yep, small ball.
I'll tell you the other problem you guys have: pitching, especially in the bullpen. Mid-game pitching is brutal.
We got no pitching whatsoever, no matter what the situation is. Matter of fact, the only starter that I trust is the lefty, Garrett Crochet. Although, as I do some live research here, there's a new guy that I saw pitch on Saturday that has gotten my attention. I'll find his name in a moment. But really, Chicago White Sox, you're going to fall into that? Nobody knows who the heck you are, and they don't want to know who the heck you are. Matter of fact, our closer is one you tried to make a starter, and that's Michael Kopech. That's a mistake.
Not even that, though. You're going to the Cub fans are starting to laugh at you again.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
And Eric Fetty, number 20.
I was about to say, you were talking about the starter.
Eric Fetty is the pitcher that I saw on Saturday dealing 6'4", 205. Garrett Crochet, like I said, the lefty, 6'6", 245. He's your ace of the future. Now, I'm getting all this frustration out now, and we know the season's lost. The season's done.
Oh, it's cooked.
Oh, yeah.
It's well done.
The season is well done. After this season, White Sox, we need a favor. Please get some young pitchers. Get them in the farm system and develop them.
It's not even a favor at this point. This is a directive. This is a directive.
Is a command. You're right. This is a command.
This is command.
This is a command.
3 things that you got to do, White Sox, at the end of this season.
Pitching, and more pitching.
Pitching. Number 2, get your farm system in order now.
Yes.
Stop relying on these old individuals of yesteryear. I know I love my people who came from before us, but you can't revitalize something from the past. It's not something that you just rely on. Look at what we did in 2005. We came up with some top tier individuals who were in the first, second years when they won the series. And if you guys got to start doing drills, but you have got to start hitting with runners in scoring position. It is so doggone frustrating. To see 2 runners on, bases loaded with 1 or no outs, and then everybody's left on base because you either hit into a double play, or you fly out 3 times.
And you wind up only getting 1 run out of it, or you wind up scoreless out of it. And what I've seen the past 2 years, even in the White Sox game that I called, against the Cleveland Indians. I know they're the Guardians, but the hell with it. Against the Cleveland Indians, they, on 3 occasions, because Victor rode shotgun with me for that broadcast. On 3 occasions, they had either 2 aboard with no outs, or they had the bases loaded. Matter of fact, 3 occasions they had 2 aboard with less than 2 outs, and 1 situation which came in the 7th inning, and they were trailing at that point. They were trailing 3-1. They had the bases loaded and no outs and got nothing. I was so frustrated after that inning. I stepped away and cussed my head off.
It's like
because
it's basic. It's basic.
It is basic. It's very, very basic.
It's basic baseball. You got someone at second. You got someone at third. Either hit the squeeze or shoot one the gap and bring them aboard. This isn't hard.
It's not hard at all. So this season's a wash. All right, we already realized that. Y'all need to start scouting now.
Yes.
Get your evaluation started now. Because if you don't, all right, if you don't, there's going to be more problems and more. Oh, gosh. I don't want to even talk about it anymore. Fix it. Please.
Please.
I'm still a fan. I'll still call your games. Matter of fact, I'll call the games for the rest of the season, and I'm committed to it now. It just depends. It just depends on the time because that's my team, and that's how we're going to grow everything.
That's why we do this. That's why we are so hard on this team, because we are fans.
Yeah, but doggone it. Get it together, will you please? That's Snowman's take. What is yours? I'll say more later. It's no. Don't be sorry. I'll say more later, and Victor will join me. But for right now, we gotta sip some coffee.
Oh yeah.
Ryan McCoffey has joined us, and he's rocking out just like we are. What's up, McCoffey?
And there he is, the international Italiano espresso McCoffey, the super villain extraordinaire. And he's going to be here too. That's
if Tagalong were here, I'd be doing this.
Hey, I did it with my cats, okay, and especially my dog.
Yeah,
they have a tendency to join me.
Like Mr. Claw and Inspector Gadget.
Dr. Claw, yes.
Dr. Claw.
Yes, like Dr. Claw. And y'all have seen Lucy hop in my lap so many times over, it's not even funny. And the first day that Ryan sat in for me last year when I was on vacation, Tagalong showed up and then jumped over his computer. All right, McCoffey, what you got for us?
Oh, so much to talk about. We avoided the sweep for the first time since 1998 in the Stanley Cup Final. That's a good thing. But I still think Florida's gonna cinch it in 5. The gentleman's sweep.
Listen, Florida's gonna beat their ass tonight. I'm sorry.
Oh, easily.
After allowing 8 goals, Bobrovsky's pissed off. He had to be replaced. But man,
well, when your first goal is when your own teammate tackles you to get to the puck, to try and keep it out of the net, and it goes in. Nothing you can do there.
Nope, not a thing.
And Snowman, the game's tomorrow, not tonight.
Oh, it is tomorrow because today is a travel day. Duh.
Yep.
What's the face-off time?
8 o'clock.
8 o'clock. Jinx by McCoke.
I might do it. I might do it.
If you venture around Boston, McCarthy, I'll meet up with you.
All right. I'm not too far from Boston.
Yeah.
We'll make a day of it. How about that?
All right.
There you go. There you go. All right.
Albany Firebirds lost their first game of the season on Saturday night. I've got some concern. Yeah, against Orlando. Well, here's the thing. Well, I don't know if you heard about the original scheduling. They were originally supposed to play Salina, the Liberty, that night, and Salina said, "No, it's too expensive. It's too. You're too far out
of here." What?
Yeah.
Wow.
And then
Are you kidding me?
And then Orlando.
Are you kidding me with this?
No, I'm not kidding. They're like, yeah, this is how much of a mess the Arena Football League is this year.
The Arena Football League. Listen, the Arena Football League, in my opinion, is done for.
I know this is like a take of being a Dead Horse Productions, but
here we go.
Do you think that this is like just the aftershock of the Antonio Clown situation? It seems like it's an infectious disease now.
It's the aftershock of an absentee commissioner. That's what it is.
Okay.
Easily.
Who was the original commissioner? What's his name?
Lee Hutton. The third.
F. Lee Hutton.
Well, that's what Dustin and I are calling him. We're calling F. Lee Hutton.
and I know what the name means, and I know why. My other
please?
question,
as in, like I'm not gonna bother returning calls or
Yep.
take any. I'll take credit for bringing back the league, but I won't take any responsibility for running it.
he should take. He has. Well, he's already resigned, has he not?
He was forced out. He was forced out.
He was forced out.
He was forced out, and his wife's team folded. And
wow,
yeah,
the Oregon, and I'm laughing at a couple people up in Oregon because all this smoke they blew up my rear end about. Yeah, you could be the play-by-play voice of the Oregon Black Bears. Yeah, and then 2 games into their season, they're out of here.
I mean, they had the restructuring after Jeff Fisher was named interim commissioner, which is probably the best thing that could have happened for that league. Right. Yeah, it happened midstream, but you know what? I'd rather have some stability midstream than have to
fold the entire season.
Because the commissioner can't get his act together.
Mm-hmm. And he doesn't have the balls. Forgive me.
No.
To get his act together.
Yes.
No. Yeah, and you show no accountability. You show
none.
You show no accountability. You show no,
no gumption.
No
gumption whatsoever.
Stand in front of the league, stand in front of the owners, in front of the players, and say, "I'm sorry." Instead, you just book it, and then when you're forced out as commissioner, you just send a press release saying, "Yeah, I did not agree to this. I'm going to fight this." Blah blah blah. Like, yeah, but you didn't do anything.
Nope. Didn't he have a problem, like with the funding for the league? Wasn't there something about the funding that was a big problem?
I think part of it was that I think a little more than half of the teams were private ownership, and the rest were league owned, which means he owned them, or that company, I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head, in Delaware that owned the name of Arena.
Oh my gosh.
Owned it. And
oh my gosh.
When things started to go to HE double hockey sticks, that's when he saw franchises go, yeah, we don't want to do this anymore. So Iowa booked it. Philadelphia said we're going to go dark until next year. Louisiana said we're going to fold. Minnesota said we were supposed to visit Albany, and then backed out because they couldn't get travel plans together. I said, yeah, you wouldn't either because the owner of the teams is the commissioner's wife, and she didn't want to put the funds to, and there's rumors out there of weeks after the fact that neither the players nor the coaches got paid.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah. That's an absolute mess.
Yeah.
To the Fanatics feedback zone, D. Scott has joined us, and Sick Diggy says the following: the adorable cat of Ryan McCarthy tag along is brought to you by Bad Kitty Litter. No stink, no surprises, just bad kitty mess. Good Lord. All right. The folks from Strikeout Beer Podcast has joined us this morning. Welcome, fellas. Thanks for joining. We're talking about the Arena Football League and the potential they have to fold the season. I hope they don't fold the season. But
I think they'll see it through. They've made so many changes. They announced the playoff structure. The five teams will get in. The number 1 seed will have a first round bye. Right. And I think the Arena Bowl is going to be a neutral site, if I remember correctly. Okay. I don't know where it's going to be for the neutral site. Personally, I would have preferred if they had it at the top seed remaining.
Yeah. Because that's how they did it the first year.
That's how they did it. That's how they did it pretty much every year until the NFL decided to get their grimy mitts all over it. And that's when they then they had to deal with NBC, and that's when they decided to go to neutral sites for Arena Bowls. And after the 2008 season, when they folded, they went back to, and they came back in 2009. That's when they had the top remaining seed hosting from then on out.
Okay. They should do that. They should still do that because Chicago hosted the first couple of years.
Totally agree.
The Bruisers hosted the first couple of years.
Yep. Quarterback Ben Bennett I remember that
Yep.
the team. Yep.
And Ben Bennett and the Rosemont Horizon was nuts.
Yep.
Every time I saw an arena football game, because ESPN had the rights when they were independent. ESPN had the rights when ESPN was independent of anybody, which I believe took them down when they got associated with people. But that's a discussion for the top of the hour.
Yeah.
When they they were independent and they were showing arena football, and then they showed it on the local television station. I think it was ABC7 Chicago picked it up and showed it. Man, it was fun to watch. We all were watching.
Yeah.
We all were watching. It's just sad that it's gotten to this point.
No,
Now, go ahead.
But I have hope that there will be another season next year. But
I hope so, man.
At this point, I'm just okay. Let's see what happens at the end of the season. We'll reconvene. We'll get a permanent commissioner, unless Jeff Fisher wants to stay on as commissioner.
He should.
And because the league is stable now. The league is stable, and you don't have to deal with absentee commissioners or clowns as owners.
Oh dear God! No more clowns, please.
Please, no more clowns.
Send out the clowns. Send out the clowns.
Out, way out.
Time for the clowns to bow out. Time for the clowns to bow out.
Time for clowns to bow out. Unfortunately for Mike McCarthy, that ain't gonna happen because of Gerald. Two clowns.
Gerald.
One
in charge of one team.
Thank you. Speaking of one team, as hot as the Yankees were once upon a time.
Shane, I'll allow you this once. You can have your you can show your smug face.
As hot as the Yankees were once upon a time.
Thank you.
They went to Boston, and Boston kind of kicked them in the rear end.
Yeah.
Well, yesterday's game was just I don't know what happened last night. I mean, I know they beat them up. They beat the brakes off him in game one. That was Alex Verdugo's revenge game. 3 hits, 4 RBIs.
Yes.
Great for him. And then I don't know what happened when the starting pitching. It just decided not to show up on Saturday or on Sunday. I know they were close.
Fell apart.
Stroman fell apart. The bullpen fell apart. I have some concerns. I mean, then they got to search for another left-handed batter at first base. Although DJ
Rizzo's might be out for a while.
Yeah, I think DJ LeMahieu might be playing first base for the foreseeable future.
Yeah.
But I think they still need to, because of what happened with Rizzo, he got off to a slow start like Aaron Judge did. And Aaron Judge, we see what he's been doing the last 2 months.
Yep.
Like
punishing everything and then the baseball.
He's punishing everything in sight.
He's on pace. He's just about on pace to break 400 total bases for this season. And he was hitting just above the Mendoza line at the end of April.
Yeah,
that's how incredible his comeback has been. But no, but Rizzo gave me some concerns. He didn't have the bat like he did back in 2021 or 2022 when they went to the playoffs. The 2023 that injury, that concussion, that freak concussion he had, I think it's still affecting him. Now he's out with a wrist injury.
Yep.
So I think they need a left-handed bat, especially at first base. I don't know who they're going to get in the market, or they're going to have Jason Dominguez learn how to play first base because he's on his way back. Garrett Cole's on his way back. He just had a 70-pitch start in AAA for a rehab start. And I feel sorry for the AAA guys. Imagine you're playing the game. You're in the game, and all of a sudden Garrett Cole is the starting pitcher on the other side. You gotta be soiling your pants. But he's on his way back, so that'll give some stability to the starting rotation. And they had a couple drop-off games with Stroman, and Rodon had his first, I can say, rough start of the season this year. He's had a pretty good comeback year.
He's having a comeback year.
Yeah,
I'm saying that with all the derision I can think of, because when he was with the White Sox, he was just as dominant, but then the arm injuries started, and that's what I'm afraid of for him, that the arm injuries will come back again. I mean, he adjusted his pitching motion and took a lot of torque off of it, but I've seen pitchers come back from injury, come back from Tommy John, and then they have a good stretch. And I'm not wishing this on Rodon. I'm just relating my experience of what I've seen. They'll come back from Tommy John surgery and have a good run, but then something will happen, and they'll have another major injury.
Shohei Ohtani, are you listening?
Last year's concern was his back. Last year was his back issues. And he's been healthy this year. They got a new pitching coach. He's been helping the starting rotation do well. I think they need to get another lefty, whether it be in the bullpen or. But Garrett Cole coming back, I don't know if they'll stabilize everything. But you got a problem with who you're gonna have as a opener or send to the bullpen right after Cole gets sent back up. But they definitely need another left-hand bat now that Rizzo's out. May need another starting arm. We'll see. And maybe another guy to stabilize the bullpen. You know, Tommy Kaling came back. Great, but you need another. You have one left-handed pitcher in your bullpen, and he hasn't been doing so well this year. So I think you need to call somebody up or need to make a trade at the trade deadline. Trade deadline's only in 7 weeks. So Cashman's got to make some decisions. He's got to make some. Well, I don't know. I would say magic, because I think that magic started to run out until that Juan Soto trade in December. Look what he's doing. Look what he's doing. So, I mean, I got some concerns with the Yankees, but I mean, they're, I think 3.5 games up still on Baltimore. Well, they're 2.5 games up.
Last I looked, it was actually like 5, I think. Let me check the standings.
That's what I'm doing right now.
1.5 right now. 1.5.
Okay, so Baltimore won 2 out of 3. So Baltimore won 2 out of 3.
Yeah, I will say
that's going to be the division to watch. Is the AL East.
Like I said, here they come.
And they're playing Baltimore, and they play Baltimore this week.
Yep.
Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. That's gonna be the series to watch.
Is it at Camden Yards or at Yankee Stadium?
Nope, at Yankee Stadium.
It's at the Yankee Stadium.
Ooh.
Oh boy.
So there will be lots of trash talking on Twitter between myself and my buddy Eric Arditi from Barstool Sports. So we'll be trash talking back and forth for sure.
Well, while you guys are trash talking, I'm just gonna have my Jeremy Clarkson smug face. Hang on.
You already did that.
Yeah, well, I just figured I'd bring it out one more time just to rub salt in the wound.
Okay, guy, 12 games back. All right, settle down.
Hey, we'll be flying. We'll be flying after the All-Star break.
No, you won't.
Yeah, I'm gonna be curious to see what they do for the wild card race.
You
got pitching. You got great pitching.
Our offense has been inconsistent.
That's what it is. Guys need a bat. You guys need another bat.
Yeah, we do. We need at least 1 or 2 more.
Well, I hear the
deadline. Got to make the deal at the deadline.
I was about to say, I hear the Blue Jays are having a fire sale. They're starting to fire. Fire sale.
Yeah, they're selling everybody.
Hey, Vladimir Guerrero Jr., we got a home for you here in Boston.
No. Here's the rumor I'm hearing. The South Side may make a play for Vladimir Guerrero Jr. And from what I'm hearing, it is very serious.
Does he really want to play there, though?
To help revive the team? I would say yeah.
But would you rather revive a team or just go after a championship because Boston's still looming in the wild card?
Well, Toronto's window is closing.
Yeah.
It's closing very fast.
We shall see how everything plays out. I don't want to even discuss the National League because I got Braves fans chirping at me. I got Cub fans chirping at me. Dear God in heaven.
Oh, yes.
Why?
Let's just put it this way. The NL Central is going to be the division to watch. I mean, everyone's within 8.5 games. Give me the NL Central for the popcorn.
I said that back in April. I said that back in April on this program.
You did.
I did. I said that. You're welcome.
Thank you. And I say go Cardinals. Skip everybody else. Go Cardinals. I don't care about anybody else in that doggone division.
Y'all already know why
I don't care about the Reds. I don't care about the Pirates.
Nope.
I don't care about the Brewers. I certainly don't care about that team on the north side.
Exactly.
The Flubs.
I certainly do not care and never will care
The Cubs
about
are
that team on the north side.
Yeah, the Cubs are still
Damn
man's
Flubs.
version of the Niners for playmaker.
Oh
Wouldn't say
gosh.
the name, just that team on the north side.
The last time that team on the north side mattered, Henry Rowan Gardner was pitching.
Oh boy. We got a bold we got a bold World Series prediction from Droid. He says Twins versus Cardinals a la 1987. And he says the Twins will come out on top.
I'll buy that.
I'm sorry, Droid. I don't buy the Minnesota Twins. I don't buy the Minnesota Twins. And I certainly don't buy the Cleveland Indians. You know who I think will make listen, you know who I think will race all the way back and claim that division?
No.
The Kansas City Royals.
That's a good team.
I'm putting my bet to win the Central on the Kansas City Royals.
You're bidding the Royals.
I'm bidding for the Royals to win that division. And I said at the top of the season it would be between the Royals and the Twins.
Yes.
To win that division. I said the Royals. Listen, I first foolishly picked the White Sox to win that division, but then a week later, I went and did my deep dive research, and I said, "Oh hell no!
Well, the thing
hell no! They're not ready."
Well, the thing about it is
a bill of goods when it comes to the White Sox. If you were told, they were bringing in new people, they're bringing new management, so we're thinking this is going to be a brand new year, a brand new White Sox.
We thought that,
we thought wrong,
very wrong. We thought very, very wrong.
You got to think right now, Cleveland, Kansas City, and Minnesota are separated by 5.5 games.
Yeah.
I say the Royals will come all the way back and win the Central. I am hedging. I'm hedging my bets right now, and I'm putting it on the Kansas City Royals. And if that's the case, I'm going to take another trip to Kansas City and be in the booth while they call the game. And I'm bringing the wife with me. I'm bringing the wife with me, doggone it. I want to see a Royals game at Kauffman Stadium, a.k.a. Royal Stadium. Mm-hmm. Now that I've gotten the tour, now that I've seen the clubhouses, and now that I've seen the broadcast area, which was, how did my guy put it, my own personal nirvana.
Right.
And then had a chance to sit in the chair where the legendary Denny Matthews calls Royals games. Look, I'm buying into the Royals from the American League. I'm buying into the Royals. You know what? You know what? I got two comebacks for you that'll play for the American League title. Royals, Astros. I don't buy Seattle. Oh. Look, I love you, Juan Rodriguez or Julio Rodriguez, but I don't buy Seattle. I can't.
You got the Astros coming out of the basement 9 games back?
I got them coming all the way back.
Ooh.
The thing that's held them down so far, besides the lack of pitching, has been injuries. Because remember, they were minus shoot, my brain is fogged out. Justin Verlander. There we go. Verlander has been a steadying force on that pitching staff. I say I'm going to hedge my bets right now. If I'm totally wrong, I'm totally wrong because I don't care. I'm making bold predictions, and they're sure to go wrong, but I will make this one, and I will stick to it. Royals, Astros for the American League pennant.
You heard it here, folks.
Where's my
and you heard this here also. If I'm terribly wrong, I will come on this show with a smile on my face and laughing and say I was terribly wrong.
Right.
I'll be happy to say it. Ryan's got to go. We got to go to a break, but always, my friend, a pleasure to have you, and we appreciate you.
Could I make one more quick statement before you go out? All right. So, PSA for all the men out there, especially you three, because I love you guys. And all my good friends. Let's start working on our health, guys. It's June.
Yes.
It's Men's Health Month.
Mm-hmm.
I remember taking Financial Peace University. Dave Ramsey talks about the 4 cylinders of life. 4 cylinders. Mm-hmm. Physical health, mental health, emotional health, spiritual health. Mm-hmm. And it's time we have some good conversations about all 4 cylinders in our lives, guys.
Yeah.
And I had my checkup with my metabolic physician. He said everything looks great. Everything looks great. But in the back of my mind, I'm thinking to myself, okay, I can get better. I can get better.
Same.
And I'm encouraging you guys, especially if you're over 40, get your blood work done. Get your insulin checked. Get your insulin checked. Your cortisol levels checked. Get a cardiac CT scan, because that might be a lifesaver. That might be a lifesaver. There was some.
It certainly saved me.
Yeah, there's a former athlete who suffered a heart attack recently, or had some sort of heart condition and had to go to the hospital. He said, if I didn't have a cardiac CT scan, I would have been dead. I would have had the Widowmaker, and I would be dead right now.
Yeah.
So get your heart checked, get your head checked, get everything checked. Guys, it's June. It's Men's Health Month. Get everything. Get your health checked, because yes, you can get a house, you can get a nice car, you can have a nice 401k, but if you don't have your health,
you got nothing.
You can't enjoy it. You can't enjoy it with you. Nope,
Absolutely.
can't take it with you. So
Can't take it with you.
So please, guys, everybody, especially if you're over 40, get yourselves checked out. It may save your life.
Hey, from a fellow who's going to turn 52 this year and wasn't even supposed to be here, according to Duke University Cancer Center, I'll tell the story. Yeah, I know. And I got a couple of reasons now to say boo. Okay. I'll tell the story here. You know what they told my wife? November of 21, we drove down to North Carolina feeling good. They went in, they did the exam, and they basically they flat out told my wife to get her affairs in order. That there was nothing they can do.
Yep.
A few months later, we moved up here, met my new oncologist, Dr. Roganov. He made a phone call, and we went to see the cancer doctor who would later perform the surgery on me, Dr. Ratila Nakib. And he said, we'll get this thing for you. So here I am. And my health is like a priority right now.
Yeah, and you need good people around you who are going to encourage you, who are going to be your biggest supporters. And that was the right move, to go from somewhere that said, yeah, you're dead, to a place where you have somebody say, you know what, we can work on this. We can get this.
We got this.
We got
it
this.
Went from nothing we can do to we got this.
Yeah.
Oh, we got it.
That's literally life and death.
That was the Lord's work right there. That's
a God thing, man. As our buddy Rod Peterson would always say, that's a total God shot.
Here's another total God shot. February of 23, we go in to see Dr. Roganov for an update, and Jody said we're waiting until April 4th, which is the anniversary of my surgery, to see if he's in remission. And his next sentence rocked me when he said, oh, he's in remission now. And we looked at him and said, what?
Remission is already begun.
So year plus, I'm in remission from stage 4 pancreatic cancer. I got a second chance, and I'm going to take advantage of it.
Yeah.
I have to. All right, we're running late. Thank you, Ryan, for joining us. I appreciate you.
Oh, Total Football Talk 205 today with Drew.
Oh, can't wait. Can't wait.
Did it?
Cannot wait. Cannot wait. Thanks, man. Appreciate you.
Thanks, guys.
I will always thank God and my family for getting me here. I will always thank them for getting me here, because without Jody making the hard decision to move from North Carolina back to Indiana just when we were on the verge of coming out of COVID on top, and then get struck with the cancer diagnosis, it means a lot to have that kind of support in my corner. Do me a favor, folks, if you can, kind of struggling here and hoping to get back on top. But if you could hit us with a Cash App, it goes toward me and helping my family. And I've said this on Diary of a Mad Snowman. The two things you could take from a man to make him feel low, his family and a way to help his family. I nearly had both taken from me. And though I feel that way sitting in a wheelchair right now, I am confident I will come back from this too and get my posture together and be able to walk fully. Let's take a break. When we come back, there's a discussion we need to have, and I don't want to. Back after this.
Crap.
This is Snowman in the Morning.
If you love them enough to crawl into a play place to get them to come down, then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
When it comes to making plans, you are the best. The same way you plan each detail for those moments, start planning to protect you and your loved ones from a natural disaster. Protecting your family is the best plan you can make.
Join Ryan McCarthy.
I became a Jets fan because Kermit the Frog was my favorite Muppet because he was green, and the Jets wore green. That's how I became a Jets fan.
And Dustin Henry.
ESPN is cashing all in on let's pay a few personalities and we'll just kind of fill in the gaps.
As they walk you through all of the world of sports from their perspective.
The Albany Empire, it's a literal circus.
No credentials required. Where, Ryan, say the tag.
Where you don't need a press pass to talk sports.
Every Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central. On YouTube and where you can find all podcasts. Hey, Eagles fan. Join my man Cool McCain and a host of others as they break down every single game, every single week in an objective manner, and also from a fan's perspective as well. Remember, this cast feels just like you. Nobody likes you. And you don't care. Fly, Eagles, fly. Eagles Elite Podcast. Every Wednesday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern on YouTube and other podcast outlets. Join the transporter to Hades.
Your butt and gut becomes one.
Join the reformer of hooker whores.
This is my daughter, Placenta Booty Johnson.
Join the bronze god.
Whenever you are in distress, take off your baseball cap and throw it in the air.
Join your very own superhero of broadcasting, Chris Bass.
So whatever color crayon they get, they palm it and do two circles, and that translates to I can beat up black people.
As he takes you through the week's paces in Baseline. Live every Saturday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central, Pacific Time Zone people, just stay asleep when this is on live and just catch the recording. Oh, I'm sorry. Exclusively on the Chris Bass YouTube channel.
The quickest way to get search engines like Google to put your business at the top of search results is by having a steady flow of positive reviews. With Power Brand systems, you can show up in search and stand apart from your local competition by easily collecting new customer reviews through text message. But getting found is only the beginning. Most consumers choose the first business that responds to them. Unless you start conversations with potential customers almost instantly, they'll go somewhere else. That's why Power Brand systems make starting conversations with website visitors as easy as clicking a button.
Everything Boston. I love you morons. You kids from the block, New Edition.
Dear whatever the law firm is. Sincerely, the U.S. Supreme Court.
Ben Affleck, Matt Damon. Go yourself again, Jason Whitlock.
some fellas who know football? Let's ride. LC Muscles 28.
I think they're the most overrated defense in the league.
Steel Sermon.
We did not trail for a single second.
Tiny Tim.
McCarthy is a bonehead.
A Pizzle 90.
I'm going with my boys. Fins up, baby.
Get ready for the Four Horsemen of Pick'ems. Every Wednesday night at 10 p.m. Eastern, 9 p.m. Central on YouTube. Poppy J.
You got the option to cry for the government. You got the option to protest. You got the option to keep buying, but this is also an option.
Wise El Jefe.
We're the first tech geeks. We're the first gamers. We're the first everything. Everything. Like Gen X's, we are the ones.
BS3 Network proudly presents the crew from the New York boroughs who never wants that smoke. Nah, they want that fire. Poppy J and Wise El Jefe. Fridays at 9 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Central. Check your local listings for your viewing and listening pleasure.
Mister, how do you operate this Twitter thing or this Instagram thing or whatever the heck? You're supposed to know all this stuff. Anyway, welcome back to the show.
11:13 after the hour with Vicala and Droid in the back feeding us our facts, and of course the big dog Shane Lake with us. I am the Snowman.
And all I got to say before you get going, boss man, Wise, I love you, but screw New York. After this weekend, screw New York.
The genius behind
what
he's going to with.
I know he's going to counter with. I'm here for it. But Wise, screw New York.
He's about to stone Wise over here. It's going to happen.
Oh, the powers of Wise and the powers of Cole Johnson who put that commercial together in the first place. Okay. Skip what I was going to talk about before. Let's head to the WNBA, shall we? And I am going to ask a very blatant question, which I will answer later on this afternoon when I do a live stream tonight that is uncensored.
Okay.
The question is this. Why does the entire league hate Caitlin Clark? I'll go to Dog first.
Well, the easiest answer and the lowest hanging fruit is the fact that in her short tenure in the WNBA, she's brought more eyes to it than they could have in the last dozen years. So the biggest word is jealousy. Tell me I'm wrong.
No, you're not.
Find the lie.
To me, it's a mixture of a couple things. One, new kid on the block.
Mm-hmm.
Two, there's been a significant lull when it has come to the WNBA. I mean, I'm pretty sure you guys have been on YouTube last FI, where we've seen all the low lights of the WNBA, you know, missing layup, stuff like that. You know, we've seen that, all kind of videos like that.
Mm-hmm.
And it just really hasn't been a lot of interest in the WNBA since its inception.
No.
I mean, really, let's be honest. Like, since today's leads Leslie Cheryl Swoops, no one's really cared about the WNBA. Like, there was a little bit of a pop when Cass Parker joined, but even after that, no one cared.
Right.
Now, here comes a new class. It's headed by Caitlin Clark. She's the face of the class. That's just what it is. Not putting anyone else down. It's what it is.
Yeah, I mean, look at it this way. Would the WNBA be having this growth if it was Angel Reese leading the way?
No, hell no. Let me answer that one. Hell no, and I'll tell you two reasons why. One, her attitude stinks, and I'll get to that in a moment.
Okay.
And second, she doesn't have the game like Caitlin Clark. I mean, she's a good basketball player, but notice I said good and not great.
Right.
There is potential with Angel Reese. Don't get it twisted. There is potential with Angel Reese, but to borrow from my beautiful wife, if she doesn't get her head out of her ass, she's going to miss it. The train is right there. Caitlin Clark is leading the charge.
The reason why I said that it could have been because remember, it wasn't a year ago that Angel Reese was on top of the world because she had won the chip.
Because she won the championship, right? Right.
So we were all saying that's why I said it's headed by Caitlin Clark, but it's not just her. The problem is that everyone is looking at Caitlin as if she did not earn her stripes, which is a lie.
Which is a fat lie.
It is a blatant bull face, open face ham sandwich lie.
Which is a fat lie. It's a fat lie.
She has definitely earned her stripes. She has definitely earned the attention she's got.
Yes.
You know, but
and kudos to her. She is handling it terrifically.
She really is.
She's handling it terrifically, keeping her head on straight.
She is not allowed media. She's not allowed the media and the craziness. Of course, we talked about the clown before.
Yes.
She's not let it bother her. She's like keeping her nose to the grindstone, keeping her head on her game, which where it needs to be.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where it,
and that's
I mean, the biggest example of how she's been handling the media is when they were trying to press her deeper for what happened with her and Angel Reese on the court.
Right.
And what
absolutely
before?
Right.
And what did we say before about that? Is that they're gonna have that really tight rivalry. They're gonna be one. It's like what Isaiah Thomas said MJ or Magic and MJ.
Yeah.
They bowl the crap at each other, then they shake hands afterwards. Like it's all the flow of the game. I don't think Angel Reese really wanted to hurt Caitlin Clark.
No.
I don't really think
she was making a play on the ball and ended up just clocking her in the head.
But I will say this when it comes to Angel. There's something, again, that's been alarming. I said this last time. She's letting people gas her head up.
Yes.
You know what also gassed her head up and told her to make a statement as stupid as she made after the game? And if y'all didn't catch it, what Angel Reese... here, give me this.
Go ahead.
What Angel Reese said was the stupidest thing I've ever heard after they upgraded her foul to a flagrant foul. What Angel Reese said after the game was, quote, "I guess some people get a special whistle." Close quote.
You just figured it out now?
You smack anybody upside the head going up on a shot like that, it's going to be a flagrant.
Well, also take consideration, like you just figured this out now? Ma'am, there's a person that we keep talking about on the Lakers who's had a special whistle for years.
And you know what's really all right? Forgive me. I can edit. It was really ticking me off. I am ticked off at the fact that the commissioner of the WNBA, with all this going on to her cash cow, has been, I don't know, missing.
Silent?
Unavailable?
You know,
all of the above.
You know why?
All of the above.
You know why?
Why is that?
She is afraid. Understand, and this is going to sound like a broken record. Once again,
say it anyway.
Beat the Dead Horse Productions.
Cole, we're stealing that. We don't care.
No,
Yeah,
I'm paying homage to Cole Johnson right now. That is hilarious.
He created it.
But here's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
Caitlin is what?
White.
A white woman. Do you think the commissioner of the WNBA, with all the grandstanding wokeness that they have already put on,
is going to
reprimand
grandstanding wokeness?
Is going to reprimand.
I love that, Victor. You just gave me another one. Thank you. Thank you.
You think
why is that going to end up on a T-shirt?
You think the commissioner of the WNBA, with the grandstanding wokeness that they've done, is going to reprimand a black woman?
No,
because because she went up at quote unquote in the spirit of the game, and played and hard fouled a white woman.
No,
look at what Jameel Hill's already done.
Oh God, not that crazy bleep.
Look what Jameel Hill's already done.
Look, man,
they've already made it racial. So any type of thing that could go against Angel Reese, particularly when it comes to Caitlin Clark, they're going to say, "Oh, see, they protecting the white girl again."
Look at every single sports. Nah. Look at FS1.
I know.
I got
Look,
the dog tongue
look at
tied.
all of them. Look at all of them.
Oh yeah.
FS1, the mothership, every last one of them. Look at the card they have.
Every last, yes, thank you. Droid has this comment in the green room because of the fact that, quote, she's white and straight, according to multiple envious sources, which both are true. She is the Michael Jordan of the WNBA. She will grow the WNBA to new heights. She will be the reason they expand. There's a big if to that statement. There is a huge if to that statement. And it's this. That is if the WNBA commissioner gets her head out of her ass and uses this opportunity.
Yes.
And it's fair to everyone.
It's fair to everyone.
Right now, the commissioner of the WNBA, and I'm going to call her ass out on the carpet this evening. The commissioner of the WNBA needs to stand up and make a statement. She's too scared to for two reasons, and I'm going to say it on this show. And if I get banned, and if I get this video blocked, I get this video blocked. But I'm going to say it the way it needs to be said. One, the WNBA is run by a gynocracy, and two, they hate Caitlin Clark for the simplest of reasons. She's forced them to step up their game.
Well, here's the other thing. Here's the other thing.
And did we talk about that?
Well, here's the thing that I found interesting. The commissioner of the NBA won't say anything about what happened.
Nope.
Between Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark. However, she sat there and grandstanded her you-know-what off for Brittany freaking Griner being arrested and jailed in Russia.
Oh, man, thank you. Great point. Great point. Great point.
All these pundits, ain't just her, all these pundits were so mum because they're like, well, it's the spirit of the game. It's the spirit of the game. This is what happens, which I do understand. But then you can't sit there and say, well, it's out of pocket to say that Angel Reese flagrantly hit her in the head.
Listen, and there is no statement about that incident from yesterday.
Right.
No.
If it were David Stern, there would be a fine and a statement immediately after the game concludes.
If not a suspension. If not a suspension.
If not a suspension. Angel is averaging a double-double. Caitlin is averaging more assists than Angel, which shows Clark cares more about the team than herself. That's been true since her days in Iowa.
I mean, the
All right.
offense always flowed through Caitlin Clark back in the days of Iowa.
Droid also says, and another reason is because she never won a national championship, which is a stupid reason. And I guarantee Snowman can name at least 3 college athletes that never won a national championship and ended up winning their respective league title. Give you one right now, Larry Bird. Give you another, Julius Erving. Give you another, Scottie Pippen. How about that?
It's just the problem is, and I'm saying this not to bash Angel Reese. I'm saying it as a cautionary tale. It's a cautionary tale for Angel Reese. Here in Chicago, we have this really weird thing where we gas these new prospects up and they become more egotistical,
right,
and more full of themselves, which really harms their game.
Yes.
I'm not one to say this.
Say it again. Say it again. Say it again.
More egotistical, more full of themselves, and they overhype their game. I don't want to say it's about my man Derrick Rose, but there was some really weird shift between 2012 and the rest of his tenure in Chicago.
His injury. I'll answer that question.
After his injury. It was after his injury because he really rehabbed his stuff to come back.
He did.
But
he absolutely did.
But he allowed BJ Armstrong and his brothers and some other individuals who had an axe to grind with the Bulls
to get in his ear.
Gas his head up, and he became more prima donna-ish than we really ever seen him.
Yep. As I said on the Mr. Shook to you, you have been awesome in supporting my evening show when I talk about this. What do all the NBA greats have in common off the court? They are married and support families. Bingo.
Yes.
Bingo.
This is why I said. Go ahead, dog.
Now here's the thing. last week, Snowman, didn't you and I talk about this is why Caitlin's dues are a lot harder than what
Yes.
most rookies normally would have been? Is the fact of she's evolving the game.
Yes.
It's gone from most people don't have to have a perimeter shot to now we have to guard the perimeter defense, which leaves everything open inside.
Exactly. They're doing an outside in. They're doing
Exactly.
outside in.
And that's, and like I said, that's the point that Caitlin, that's the statement that Caitlin Clark is making. You want to prove that you're the premier league in the United States? Catch me and step up your game.
Exactly.
Mr. Shug, I will do this for you, and I'll do this tonight on my live stream. Dear WNBA, this is your bag. This is you dropping the bag. Any questions?
Heavily.
Let's take a break. Jay Spivey is set to join us, but I may have a bit of a custom experience when y'all get back.
Oh, boy.
Subscribe for exclusive content on our YouTube channel for exclusive interviews and more. Back after this.
This is Snowman in the Morning.
Hey everybody, Snowman here. Looking for the best way to experience live events? Well, SeatGeek has you covered. With just a few taps on your phone, you can find the best seats for concerts, sports, theater, and more. Don't miss out on unforgettable moments. Download the SeatGeek app today and get ready for an experience like no other. Each ticket is vetted for authenticity and ranked on a 1 to 10 scale. And right now, if you sign up and use the code Snowman, you will get $20 off of your first purchase. That's only through the power of SeatGeek, where fans can fan.
In a world where chronicles of the past are brought to the streams, whether the content is relatable or completely beyond your realm of life, there is no shadow of a doubt that this show is absolutely full of shenanigans. Get ready for
D. Willie in the evening,
this Sunday at 10:05 p.m. Eastern.
exclusively on Sertoba Media, where the struggle is real to be awesome.
The quickest way to get search engines like Google to put your business at the top of search results is by having a steady flow of positive reviews. With Power Brand systems, you can show up in search and stand apart from your local competition by easily collecting new customer reviews through text message. But getting found is only the beginning. Most consumers choose the first business that responds to them. Unless you start conversations with potential customers almost instantly, they'll go somewhere else. That's why Power Brand systems make starting conversations with website visitors as easy as clicking a button.
Drew Willingham.
In this case, yeah, you put the blame on Kyle Shanahan for apparently not preparing the team enough for the overtime rules, supposedly.
Cole Johnson.
Peyton was considered the winner, and he was the darling of all darlings for Gerald.
With a special appearance by Tyrone Alizé McDummy.
Ain't nobody calling me. Text. Delete! 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 Delete!
Join these two football enthusiasts as they give you Total Football Talk. Live every Monday at 4 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Central on the Sertoba Media and the Comey Media YouTube channels. Oh, yes. The tradition, the pageantry, the spectacle, the history, the slut. Wait. I gotta rep my brother's stuff right. All my DMV soldiers, stand up! And welcome to the Commander's Gridiron Report. You want your Commanders to be repped right? Well, D. Willie is your man. Commander's Gridiron Report. Every Tuesday at 11:05 a.m. Eastern, 10:05 a.m. Central on the Sotoba Media YouTube channel. Music by J. Cool.
Where my soldiers? Right side. Commanders. Where my soldiers? Left side.
Are you ready to upgrade your coffee game? Prepare for an invasion of flavor with Invader Coffee. It's the caffeinated elixir that fuels champions, the blend that pushes boundaries. Whether you're battling deadlines or exploring uncharted territories, Invader Coffee has your back. Join the invasion at invadercoffee.com and taste the difference for yourself. Use the code SNOWMAN for 15% off your first order. Invader Coffee, veteran owned.
Whether it's news, the largest egg producer finds bird flu in chickens at a Texas plant, weather, devastating tornadoes rip through the heart of the United States, inspiration, a breast cancer survivor completed the journey of chemotherapy, and now begins a future one of matrimony or sports. Michael Jordan is shown on a photo with Diddy. LeBron James has a video extolling the virtues of a Diddy party. This has been yet another Beating a Dead Horse presentation. We got you covered. BS3 Network proudly presents The Morning Shift with Cole Johnson. Live every weekday morning beginning April 29th at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central.
Mister? How do you operate this Twitter thing or this Instagram thing or whatever the heck? You're supposed to know all this stuff. Anyway, welcome back to the show.
I can't get that in my head now. That's not going anywhere for a good long while.
Cole, we're going to need that Beating a Dead Horse production thing ASAP.
Oh my gosh.
Anytime we talk about LeBron James, it is now a Beating a Dead Horse production.
I'm going to borrow that.
The genius.
I'm going.
I cannot sing this man's praises enough.
Nor can I. Nor can I. Oh goodness
the
gracious!
He just comes up with the whole get you started up. Just a little. I said before, it's just the simple things that just make you just smile when he does his show, and he has the we're gonna get you started up. You got the old cast iron skillet.
Yep.
Little knob of butter in there, like you about to cook some eggs, some pancakes, and you like,
Yep.
Man, yeah, that makes sense.
Doesn't it? Doesn't it?
Man,
Victor, you're from North Carolina. You should be familiar with that.
Oh yeah.
You know what? My wife did that for me one morning.
Mm-hmm.
I was getting my show ready and doing my notes and everything. She walked right by me with this evil little smile on her face.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going, what is she up to? Next thing I know, I had a stack of pancakes, some bacon, some milk at me, and I ate that and immediately wound up in a coma.
My great grandmother, first one to teach me how to cook.
Yep.
Because you see, my great grandmother, when my grandmother left Belize to go to America,
Mm-hmm.
my great grandmother took care of all of my dad's siblings and my dad,
Mm-hmm.
which was like 4 or 5 people. So she was like, I'm gonna teach you how to make this yourself, so you don't have to be reliant on somebody else.
That sounds like my parents. All right, we got something to do. We got to go to North. Speaking of North Carolina, we got someone to welcome from North Carolina.
Hey,
let's do it.
Jay Spivey joins us from North Carolina on the Invader Coffee guest line. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning,
What's
Mr.
up,
Spivey.
Jay?
Yo, yo, yo.
All right, Jay. We talked about this via text message. We briefly, and I do stress the word briefly, touched on it a few moments ago. Now I get to hear from you on the air. Your thoughts on Angel Reese's comment after the game yesterday?
Utterly inexcusable. What she's doing the last couple weeks, and even going back to last year and this year's Final Fours, you cannot overstate how ridiculous she's making things out.
Yep.
I mean, I don't know what she's doing.
Now, is it someone in her ear? Do you think someone in her ear that's kind of feeding this?
No. She's been doing this ever since last year's Final Four.
He's right.
And
she
honestly,
has been. He's right.
She's a tremendous player, but a lot of things she does is pure trash. Just shut up and play.
Yeah,
This
the
would
way
be-
she has carried herself has been absolutely trashy.
And she's worried about, all the exposure that she's not getting. Go out and play.
That's all you gotta do. It's that simple.
And she doesn't. She
guarantee
doesn't
you
want to just.
that-
She doesn't want to just go out and play. She wants to play. She wants to show off. She wants to complain.
That's the second time they played the Fever in the last 2 weeks. They're playing again next Sunday. Sunday in Chicago.
It's in Chicago.
And that game was on national TV on CBS yesterday at noon on
Mhm.
Father's Day. On Father's Day. And I'll guarantee you that had very similar ratings to at least the early part of the U.S. Open yesterday. Now, last night's probably a different story. But I'll guarantee you the early part of the afternoon, that was the highest rated show on TV yesterday. Guaranteed.
I'm doing that. I'm
just
doing
to
that
prove-
game.
Just to prove you what is going on in the WNBA right now. I was watching Sports Center last night, which I sometimes rarely do.
Yeah.
It was the second story of the show after the U.S. Open.
Yep.
When have you ever seen that?
Never.
Never.
It just
Never
seems
seen
weird that. It just seems weird that she's now taking this victim mentality when the last time when she won the title and she pointed to her ring finger, everybody clamored about how that was a professional. How many people stood up and defended her? Because we certainly did.
Yeah.
Where is there any evidence to show that Caitlin Clark's getting special treatment by officials in the WNBA?
I don't see any.
We haven't seen any.
I don't see
So what
any.
is she talking about?
I don't know. I have no idea where this is coming from. That's why I asked if it's someone else.
Another cheap shot yesterday where she literally just clotheslines her across the head for no reason and calls that a basketball play.
Right.
Basketball play, nothing. That's not a basketball play.
She's lucky Caitlin Clark didn't hurt her head or something else yesterday.
Right. I want you to touch on this, Jay. And you were the first one to say it on my show. Now I'm going to say it aloud and say it proudly. How bad is the racism card being played
I'm
against
so glad you
Caitlin
brought that
Clark?
up. I have no problem talking about it because I really think this is a major part of what's going on here.
This will take us through the rest of the show. So I'm going to go ahead and ask it again. And I want y'all to follow us in the chat and give your thoughts about this. And I'll read some of the comments before we close up shop here. How bad is the racism card in the WNBA against Caitlin Clark? Jay, go first.
I think this is a huge part of what's going on. I think people are afraid to talk about it. I really do believe that's part of it. They think she's the golden child because she's white and straight. And honestly, this is the honest truth. I have followed her for the last 2 years. I did not know until a month or two ago that she was straight. So what difference does that make? Who cares? And I really don't care that she's white. And somehow she's just captured this country and the popularity of not only the WNBA, but women's college basketball. And for most of this past year, basketball in general.
Yep.
Highest ratings of men's games, NBA games, WNBA games, anybody. And for these people to just rip her all the time when
Yep.
they got none of these amenities before she came in. You think they'd be flying on private jets? No. They have
No.
a tremendous TV contract now. Now
Right.
they're on national TV all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And it goes on, and their salaries are better. They need to be much better. Don't get me wrong. They need to be
Same.
much higher. Much
Oh, yeah.
higher.
Oh, yeah.
But still, they didn't get any of these amenities before she came in. And it's
Mhm.
not like she's having a poor season. You could argue right now she's Rookie of the Year.
Right.
But they'll want her to be Rookie of the Year.
But every day, these cheap shots, cheap and body blows and everything, and for no reason. Those aren't basketball plays.
No.
Because they think she's getting special treatment because she's white.
Right. And think about all the years they've been championing people like Brittany Griner this entire time.
And I know this is 45 years ago. Don't get me wrong, and a lot's changed in 45 years. Look how much the rivalry that Magic and Bird had helped the NBA. People right here, the NBA Finals were on tape delay before they came in the league.
Yeah,
Tape
and the whole
delay.
series was the whole series became
That's
live
how
in
unpopular the NBA was at the
1982.
time.
Yep, the whole series became live in 1982 when the Lakers played the Sixers in the NBA World Championship, and I'm going to call it old school until they change the name in '86.
And
82 is when they
it's
go
kind of the same way because hey, Larry Bird's white, he shouldn't be playing in here. Well,
Right.
Look how much his being there helped the NBA. Embrace her, embrace Caitlin Clark, embrace all these. I'm not saying anything negative about any of the other players, but some of them are just kind of thuggish. Just get over it.
Right. I mean, listen. I've had so many people say to me to hop off the Caitlin Clark bandwagon. I'm not going to. Some people have told me to hop off the WNBA bandwagon. No, thank you. Especially when Asia Wilson's averaging 28, Diana Taurasi 25, Arika Ogunbowale 24, Jewel Lloyd and Diana Taurasi both with 24. I mean, come on. Asia Wilson is leading the league in scoring this year and at even 28 points per game. Okay?
But if you listen to the league, Caitlin Clark's not good enough. She's not strong enough. She can't
Right.
play in this league. She's
Right.
at 23 points a game.
Mm-hmm. She dropped 23 on the Sky yesterday.
Yeah.
And 10 of those came in the fourth period.
And I'm gonna say this too, and I've taken a lot of heat for this last week or two. She
Go for
should
it.
be on the Olympic team even if she doesn't play at all. Capitalize on this exposure while you can. And again, I told you this. You tell me that once the Olympics start, the NBC is not going to talk about this every single women's game.
Oh, easily.
Yep.
So just capitalize on this exposure while you can. Always go with it while the iron's hot is what's always
Strike
people
while the
always
iron's
talk
hot. Yep.
about. Even if she does not play a single play, who cares? What difference? They're probably going to win the gold medal anyway, so what difference does it make?
And
it's not like
salute
she's a
to
scrub.
right. And salute to Chance Rogers for joining us. Chance, where are you watching from so we can shout you out properly? Same with Tavares King and everybody else. Light up the chat for us. Here's my other question. Where is the commissioner with all this crap going on?
She hasn't said a word.
Nope. She has not said a word. She has not thrown down an iron fist. She has let this contract, and I mentioned this earlier in the show, she has let all of this contract happen and go without a word spoken. She barely threw a fine down to Angel Reese the last time she was in an incident.
And
barely. And I say barely.
To build off what you just said, where are her favorite teammates? I don't know if you saw it the other night.
No one said anything else. No one.
No. I don't know if you saw it. I forgot what day it was. It was either early this week or last weekend. But Caitlin was late for a press conference, and her teammates iced her out once she came in there. Well, the reason she was late, she was signing autographs to little kids.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody
and they use it again, and they use that against her.
Yeah.
And they use that against her.
So now the question is, how big is the mountain Caitlin Clark's going to have to climb if her own team is freezing her out?
Oh, it's huge.
It's huge right now. It's huge.
That's the unfortunate thing is if your own teammates are freezing you out, stuff like this with Angel Reese is going to happen. No one's going to come to your aid.
Exactly.
Which makes the mountain she has to climb even higher.
Yep.
And the other thing is with yesterday's game, Christy Sides was actually coaching instead of just sitting back and watching. She was actually coaching.
Like her job depended on it.
The fluidity of the Fever offense. Okay. Aaliyah Boston and Caitlin Clark can be a frightening combination on the floor. But if they don't get their act together off the floor, they're never going to connect.
Nope.
And
they're never going to connect.
And it seems like the problem is, and Jay, you can probably back me on this, it seems like the teammates are disinterested in Caitlin.
I don't know if interested is even the right word to use. They think that she's gotten all this special treatment because she's white and because she's straight. I could not tell you how little I care. It probably has helped her overall
care, though.
She's white because there's so few white people in basketball these days.
Right.
But it's not. But you can't get to where she is without being good.
Exactly.
No,
you don't get all of this. Listen, I'll borrow from Ken the Hawk Harrison, who said something similar to this in 2005. You don't get this far because you're white. You don't get this far because you're straight. You get this far because, damn it, you're good at what you do in playing basketball. Period.
Absolutely.
They had a chance, and I would say, go ahead, Jay.
I know it's a little different, but y'all can bring up some other names other than the one I'm getting ready to bring up. I just can't think of any off the top of my head. So it didn't seem like Sue Bird had to deal with this.
No.
And Sue Bird is
Diana
not
Taurasi.
great. Sue Bird is not
Diana Taurasi, same thing.
Sabrina Ionescu.
Oh, that's a good one. Brianna Stewart.
Brianna Stewart was the league MVP. Brianna Stewart, a league MVP and a champion. And nothing.
No.
And no kind of noise was made with them. Why is it happening? No, change that. Why is it happening all of a sudden? Because Caitlin Clark has forced everyone in the WNBA, Angel Reese included, to step up their game on the floor.
She's evolved the game.
Yes.
Totally. The WNBA would not have near the popularity it has now without her.
And
I am not discounting, and that's probably not a good thing overall because there have been some great players before.
Yep.
And now they're tremendous players.
Right.
But you cannot discount what she's done for the league and for women's basketball.
Right.
No, and the fact of the matter is she's evolved how you both play the offense and defense because she's made the perimeter shot the weapon.
And you,
who else did that?
And it's not just the Sky, but the Sky, with Kennedy and Reese and what's her name from South Carolina?
Cardoso.
Cardoso. That it's like a wrestling match every time they play her.
Right.
And then you go in the press conference and we're gonna play like this. Y'all don't and then
late 80s Pistons, anyone?
Every single sentence that came out of her mouth yesterday, blaming the media. It's not the media's fault.
No.
Yep. Thank you. Thank you for saying that.
Late 80s Pistons.
Y'all are saying we're not going anywhere. What am I saying? You're going anywhere?
Like I said, this is the late 80s Pistons. Plain and simple. The bad boys have now gone to Chicago.
That's a good analogy.
That's a great one. That's a great analogy. That's a great analogy.
But
Angels
you just can't. And for these idiots to say, I've heard several people the past week. These 5 weeks she's going to have off are going to be the best thing for her. She gets a chance to rest. No, it's not. The WNBA will completely wane in popularity this summer if that happens.
We know she's going to work.
Comes back. We're talking about mid-August by the time the season ends, basically.
Yeah.
What's going on in mid-August?
Baseball.
Training camps have already started.
Football. Yep.
You think people are going to pay attention to the WNBA like they are now, or once the Olympics are over? No.
Baseball going into its pennant races.
Baseball, absolutely.
Yeah, baseball going into pennant races, and then we have football starting training camps and preseason. Just all kinds of stuff.
I've watched way more women's basketball this year than I have men's basketball, and that's at all levels of basketball.
Yeah, because it's just been more. It's been a lot more. More fundamental. It's been more exposure.
Well, that too,
Yep.
and then because of NIL and everybody transferred and everybody going to the NBA right away, you actually know who these players are.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yep.
There's a lot less there's a lot less one and dones.
Much less.
Much less one and dones. And I hate one and dones. I hate them. I hate one and dones.
Well, let's not forget, Caitlin Clark could have very easily come back next year.
She could have.
And we talked about that a lot. Man, we talked about that.
We did.
But she said she wanted to get better, and this is the
man.
only way.
Mm-hmm. Oh boy.
There's nothing else that's going to alarm me with Angel Reese. Because with all these things that she's doing, she's going to end up becoming another Draymond Green.
That's kind of that's a real good one there. Absolutely.
Yeah,
and Kennedy Clark Clark is going to become Kennedy Carter has become more of a Vinnie Johnson. Because Vinnie Johnson used to bully people also with the Pistons, and that's a great comparison. Shane, comparing the Sky with the
Bad Boy Pistons.
Bad Boy Pistons.
Yeah, the question is who's Isaiah Thomas and who's Bill Lambier?
The first two games have been in Indianapolis. They're playing in Chicago next week. How bad do you think the crowd and how bad do you think the Sky are going to act next week?
They're going to act even more of a fool than they did in Indianapolis.
And Washington did this a couple weeks ago. Who's to say they won't move that game out of their current arena to they can play at the United Center?
I think they will. I think they should.
It could be a last minute move, but it's going to depend on the scheduling. It's going to depend on the scheduling.
They had 20,000 people in Washington a couple weeks ago.
Sellout crowd already. Sellout crowd. 20,566. A record.
Every Big Ten game that she played in this year, home or away,
was sold out.
Mm-hmm. Look at the crowd that
sold out.
Look at the crowd when we were calling Iowa, Nebraska.
Yeah, and all these people we talked about just earlier too, Snowman. Had they moved the Final Four to the Dome,
they'd have sold that out.
Even a larger arena near Cleveland,
they'd have sold that out.
Sold out. And all these people said, "Jay, you're crazy for saying that. They're not going to sell those games out." Yeah, they will have.
Mm-hmm. It would have been it's too easy for them to put it in if they put it in Indianapolis at Lucas Oil Stadium, there wouldn't be a seat in the house.
You cannot
there wouldn't be.
what he's done for women's basketball at all levels in the last 2 years. And I don't know the whole reason for it. There's a lot of reasons for it. But just embrace it while you got it.
Yeah. It's like we said earlier, they're dropping the bag. It's like we said earlier, they're dropping the bag. They are letting the bag drop. They are letting the Golden Goose get hurt. And the moment Caitlin Clark experiences a major injury, the popularity is done.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's done.
And whoever causes the injury
could have very easily hurt her very badly yesterday.
Yeah, exactly. And if it ends up being an injury that's caused on the floor, depending on who does it, oh, I would hate to be that person.
And
we've seen it more. We've seen it more and more lately.
I've seen NFL players hit less hard than she got hit by Kennedy Carter last week or 2 weeks ago.
That hit, along with what happened yesterday against Angel Reese. I mean, they are trying to hurt her.
And then you come in after what happened, well, the one 2 weeks ago especially. Kennedy Carter comes in, and you know she's going to get peppered by questions, and she goes, "I'm not taking any Caitlin Clark questions."
You don't get that option. You don't get that choice. You don't get that choice.
No, it's what the media is going to ask.
I know,
exactly.
not going to like this tape, but but Rory McIlroy should have stood there and taken it yesterday because he choked. But yet he zoomed out of there, did not take any questions. zoomed out of the parking lot and headed his own way. He should have taken it yesterday.
I'll give you an example even that's even close to home, Mr. Spivey. Remember what happened to Cam Newton at the Super Bowl after the Super Bowl?
Yeah,
that's my guy.
You go.
Don't be playing on my guy. That's my guy. I love him.
Now let me put a little bit of a script flipped in here. Is with what's been going on between Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark, could yesterday's hit be a little bit more personal than we think?
It was quite personal.
Come on,
it's quite
But what's
personal.
it like Snowman said? Where's the commissioner?
There was intent with that foul.
Of course it was.
I mean, Angel's going to be coming in saying, "Hey, we finished off better, but you're getting all the attention. Here, get whacked."
Yeah, and the favor is 2-0. The favor's two. What the Sky need to concentrate on is this: you got most of the hype, and yet the Fever beat you twice in Indianapolis.
Exactly.
You had a chance to win the first one, but lost by a point because you turned the ball over. And then you got blitzed in the fourth quarter yesterday when you had a chance to regain the lead because it was 68-64 at the end of 3. A bucket made it a 2-point game, and they turned the ball over. The Fever turned it into a basket. Next possession, Caitlin hits a 3. Timeout, Chicago.
Well,
And it was downhill from there.
I'm not trying to make this all about the Sky, but I mean, yes, that's obviously going to be a big deal with Reese and Kennedy and Cardoso and everybody else. But still, she's taking a lot of crap from a lot of teams and players this year for no reason.
For none at all.
Just
no
go out there and play basketball.
Jealousy.
And don't worry about one player. My goodness,
It's jealousy. That's what it is.
that's absolutely what it is.
And that's what it comes down to.
And
that's
at the end of the
exactly
day,
what it comes
Caitlyn's going to end up getting hurt from this at some point. Like
And the other
severe.
thing is, it's not her fault that she's getting all this exposure.
Now,
if you
as
got
much
a
as I
Nike deal and a Wilson deal and a Gatorade deal, would you not take it like she has?
now as much as I hate to use this comparison, because why do we even talk about this person from time to time? Look at LeBron when he first came into the league.
Yeah.
You see where I'm going with this?
Oh yeah.
Comparison, anybody?
Comparison made. All right, we got to get on out.
It's going to get ugly unless the commissioner and these other coaches and players do something about this.
And being frozen out by her teammates and being frozen out by the commissioner does not help. All right, we got to get on out of here. Jay Spivey joining us. Thank you very much, my friend. We'll see you next week.
You're welcome.
Later, Jay.
Later.
Cam Newton, Victor, really?
Hey, we were talking about people who don't take questions. Guess who didn't take the question?
Really?
Yes.
Cam freaking Newton.
I know you don't want to talk about him because you know what he said about Brock Purdy, but it was relevant.
So I realized that I think even though it's not advertised,
right,
there has to be a place for stupid people. We don't know because we're not stupid, so we don't know anything about it, like a secret club society.
Oh my gosh.
So I come to the conclusion that he graduated from SU, stupid university. Yeah, and all the stupid ass letters that go along with graduating high honors of being stupid. I can't do no more, man.
Vámonos, dominos, vámonos. Stupid university, where everyone graduates magna cum stupid.
Pretty much. I think on that note, I got lunch waiting, and we ought to get out of here.
All right. Let's get on out of here because I got stuff to do around here, and I got a very important phone call to take later. Have a great day. Wait. Before we get out of here, folks, do me a favor. Subscribe to the new YouTube channel for Snowman in the Morning, youtube.com/@snowman in the morning for exclusive content, interviews, and more. That is youtube.com/@snowmaninthemorning. Thank you much. Have a great day. God bless. Remember, make your next move your best move. And always remember, if your dreams don't scare you, they are simply not big enough. Dream big, do bigger. We are, and we hope y'all are too. And tomorrow, we may see the garage open again because the dog may have somebody to rip apart. We'll see you tomorrow. God bless you. We're out of here. See you tomorrow. No damn today. We're out of here. See you tomorrow.
You rip someone apart?